What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 18 of the End Zone Boys podcast. Today we're joined with a special guest. We're here with Ayden Kapka. Want to introduce yourself?
Yes, sir. Let's go. I'm ready for this.
Let's go. And yeah, today we're going to review the NFL playoff in about 2 days. We're recording this on January 8th, so in 2 days, the NFL 2026 playoffs are going to kick off. So let's get right into it, right, Ben?
Oh yeah, let's start with the seeding. So in the AFC, everyone knows we got 7 teams, 3 wild cards, and then obviously the division winners. So we'll be going through all of our postseason picks from the wild card round all the way up into our Super Bowl predictions. So in the AFC, you got the Broncos, the Pats, the Jags, Steelers. More on that later. Texans, Bills, and Chargers. And then in the NFC, the Hawks, the Bears, the Eagles, Panthers, Rams, Niners, and Packers. But let's hop right into it, starting with our AFC wildcard picks, and that's the Chargers against the Patriots. Donnie or Ayden, does one of you want to start off with your decision process in this one?
Ayden, you want to start us off?
Yeah, I'll start. I have the Patriots winning 30-14. I mean, they have Drake May at quarterback. I feel like that's all I gotta say.
Yeah,
One of
I
the
mean,
front runners for MVP.
Yeah, I definitely got to agree with that. Although, I don't know, I've been seeing the Patriots I've been kind of looking at it a little bit. They kind of are looking a little bit fraudulent, in my opinion. I mean, I'm not saying Justin Herbert's going to do any good. We know his history in the playoffs, but I feel like this is going to be it's not going to be a shocker if the Chargers win, in my opinion, because I just feel like the Patriots aren't experienced enough. And I just feel like they kind of had a cakewalk season, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would actually be pretty surprised if the Chargers were able to pull this one out. I mean, you just look at Justin Herbert in the playoffs, and obviously no touchdowns, 4 interceptions throughout his 2 career playoff games. I think he blew a 20-something point lead to the Jaguars, and then lost to
Yeah,
the Texans last year. So not a great history if you're Justin Herbert. And then on top of that, like I actually think the Patriots are on a really high level. I mean, I won't have them going all the way, of course, but I think that's more experience than anything else, and I just don't trust Drake May more than some of the other quarterbacks in the postseason just yet. But for
yeah.
this game, I think that they should roll.
I think so far my predictions are just solely based off of what Drake May can do based on his MVP caliber performance. If he can like continue playing at that level, I have him going really, really deep.
I think those are all good points, but like we said, Justin Herbert's playoff performances in the past have not been up to par, so Patriots are rolling with this one.
Oh yeah.
hmm
Next up, one that I really don't know who's gonna win. I could honestly see both these teams winning by a little bit, winning by a lot. Jaguars hosting the Bills. Donnie, you're the lone Jaguars. Why would the Jaguars gonna beat the Bills?
So I know the Bills, their run defense is not the best in the league. I think they're definitely bottom of the pack for sure. And I just feel like the what the Jaguars have been doing, they've been running the ball effectively with Tuden and ETN. I just feel like that's all they need to carry this game. They don't really need to rely solely too much on Trevor Lawrence, and I just feel like they've been playing super consistently to the point where the Bills are kind of going to get like cakewalked in my opinion.
I feel like I have the opposite. We have like opposite scores here. I feel like the Bills have been underplaying their potential this season. And Josh Allen, even though in the past playoff he hasn't been, like I said, up to par, but I feel like this year he can pull off a big upset in Jacksonville. So
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Josh Allen's 0-4 in away games in his playoff history, which isn't great for picking the Bills on this one. But I mean, you talked about the Bills' run defense. Obviously, they're 28th in the league in rush yards allowed per game. On the flip side, though, they are first in pass yards allowed per game. So I don't really think that the Jaguars' passing attack is really going to be great, and that's kind of what has been carrying them over the past 6 to 8 weeks when Trevor Lawrence has really been kind of coming into his own. On their offensive side, obviously, you talk about Josh Allen. He's probably the best quarterback or one of the quarterbacks I trust most in the playoffs. So if they're down, if they need a touchdown, I kind of trust him to do that. And we're talking about the rush games. There is no better running game than the Bills. They're first in rush yards per game on offense. So, I mean, I think it's a 50-50 basically, but I trust Josh Allen more than I trust Trevor Lawrence at this moment in time.
All right. Should we get to the next game?
Moving on. Oh, Moving on. Game of the week. Some have said. Um, Steelers against Texans. I mean, you guys have the Steelers. I think the Texans are favorites, and I think rightly so. But why are the Steelers going to win this outside of just bias?
All right. Well, I don't think I really need to explain myself too much. Steelers, we're gonna go all the way. I think we're gonna go pretty. Oh, I didn't have no predictions, but deep down, I think we're gonna go pretty deep. Mike Tomlin. This is a Monday night primetime game. Mike Tomlin's never lost at home on primetime. That's one thing for sure. Another thing, we have home field advantage. I think that's going to be definitely a huge plus this season, considering that and helping us win this game. I think a third final point, I saw CJ Stroud has never won a game under like 30-degree temperature, or at least like he's only won one game. So I don't know, this could be the game for us. I'm feeling it. I feel pretty confident going into the playoffs.
I have to agree with Donnie on that one. I mean, um, the Steelers, a little inconsistent this season, but I feel like their defense can shut down CJ Stroud. And I just, in all realism, I just had to give the Steelers one game. I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I feel
mean, I
like
would argue
for
that I
my
don't think they're
benefit, the
the
Steelers need to
29th.
win one game.
Yeah, the 29th ranked passing defense probably won't be shutting down CJ Stroud anytime soon. Especially after what we saw from Lamar last week, just kind
But
of throwing open wide receivers. But what do you think?
Well, I don't think you need a
okay,
defense.
we have Joey
Well,
Porter Jr.
That is true. Not
And
well, I
much of
mean,
Jalen
a
when you
defense.
have
Ramsey doesn't count.
when you look at yards per game and it's your 25th ranked offense and 26th ranked defense, more times than not, I'm probably going to take the other team to win a game, especially when you're going against the best defense. So I don't
Okay,
think
well,
that they're going to score more than maybe 10 points, and that's probably generous.
Okay, well, Ben, this is what I'm gonna think. I think Aaron Rodgers, he's gonna pull out like a playoff Jimmy Butler. He's gonna take off, he's gonna be like playoff Jimmy Butler, and he's gonna lead us to the Super Bowl. Just think
Don't
about
you have
that.
him getting out in the divisional round?
Well,
Super Bowl is a stretch. Super
yeah.
Bowl's.
I definitely think we
Run
can
that
win this
back.
game. I'm feeling pretty good.
Hey, DK's back too. Think about
Oh,
that.
that is
DK
true.
is back.
Is he like
DK's
I
back.
know
that's
that
an X
Calvin
factor?
Austin is really the number one wide receiver here, but
Some could
That's
argue
fair.
Roman Wilson.
some could argue.
Some
I
could
think one
argue.
person would argue that, and that's you, Donnie. But yeah, I think I understand with the Steelers, but that's the only thing that I see is they're at home. They're definitely not the better team on paper, but anything can happen. Obviously, you two are Steelers fans, so you're going to be rooting hard, but likely your season's over on Monday.
Nuh-uh. It's not gonna
Let's
happen. I'm not
move
gonna let it
on.
happen.
Move on to the NFC wild card picks. We all have the Bears. I actually think that Packers have a chance in this one, more because the Bears are kind of fraudulent
I
than the
agree.
Packers are good.
Yeah.
But I think the Bears are able to win this one just because they're at home.
Yeah, I definitely think that's a big factor. I don't really think I have much more to say.
I all season, honestly, like I've been saying that the Bears are kind of fraudulent. Like just looking at their wins, they haven't. I mean, besides later in the season, they haven't really beat
Yeah,
great
like
teams.
beating the Commanders.
So,
Yeah,
and I feel like this is gonna be like a. Yeah, okay. I think this is gonna be like a little rematch of that overtime win, um, for Chicago. That's why we all have similar scores there.
uh-huh.
Um, I think it'll be a good game though, fun game to watch.
Yeah, I
I
think
was
that.
kind of surprised, Donnie. Donnie, you picked the Bears. You're kind of the
Well,
number one Packers believer, and
yeah,
then
yeah.
going
I
against.
was well, because the reason why is because of Micah Parsons, and obviously,
Yeah, Packers injuries have been
yeah, injuries
rough
on
for
their
them.
defense and just their team overall. I think is what really made me want to pick the Bears. If their team was healthy, I would in a heartbeat pick the Packers. But I just think the injuries is what's causing them, and also just Jordan Love hasn't really been looking good the past like few games. I would honestly start Malik Willis if he was healthy over Jordan Love at this point.
Let's tell that one. Well, I don't know about.
But yeah, I think the injuries is just it's just doom for the Packers.
Yeah, I mean, there's a chance they pull it out, but I don't think that they are winning more than one playoff game, if that. But yeah, we
Yeah.
all have Bears in that one. Moving on, again, I don't like the Eagles, and I don't want to pick the Eagles. But with that being said, like they're at home, they're playing better football right now. Rested their starters last week. Like I feel like everything kind of works out for them. On the flip side, Brock Purdy, last time he played postseason game in Philadelphia, he had that injury. and the Eagles went to the Super Bowl. So maybe a replay of that is going to happen this time.
Mm, nah, I think the Eagles are pretty fraudulent.
Nah.
I think they're just, I think they're pretty terrible this season. I've watched a lot of Eagles games and I just think they look horrendous. I
I
just
mean,
think, I think it's gonna be close, but I just don't think I could see the Eagles winning it.
well, I mean, you said the Eagles have been playing better football, but like I feel like they've had similar games. Like I know that the 49ers last game against the Seahawks, I mean, closing game was a terrible game for them. But the same thing goes for the Eagles. They beat the Bills only 13-10 or whatever it was. They
Mhm.
um but and they that wasn't a good game for them, and I feel like it's going to
hmm
be a shootout, and the 49ers are going to go back to their like game against the Chicago Bears and just drop 40
Yeah,
and end up winning the game. So, yeah.
Is I
yeah,
just to me I think just the Eagles defense is too good to be kind of dropped 40 on, but I wouldn't, the Commanders dropped 24, so the 49ers might
that's
be able to
true.
drop 20.
I think that's true.
If the Commanders are dropping 24 points on anybody, like, I mean,
You
come on.
gotta we don't have a bad offense. It's just like when we have the
Uh,
worst defense in the league,
I don't think I'm scared by a single person on the Commander's offense. Nobody
Josh
scares me.
Johnson. Come on.
Nobody scares me.
I will say on the topic of the Eagles though, they're 11-5 in their last since 2004 in the playoffs when playing at home. So there's definitely a home field advantage in there, and I just think like the 49ers aren't playing their best football right now, and I just don't think that they pull this one out. But I could totally see them winning. It's just kind of a question: can they run the ball?
Yeah,
I mean, those people in Pennsylvania go crazy for their fan bases, so
that is true.
I totally see that.
I know one team does. I don't know about the second. Moving on here, we got I don't know if there's a lot to say
Pretty much
here.
leading. Right?
The Panthers are a cool story, cool. With that being said, though, I don't really see any world they win this. But I don't know if do you guys feel different? Obviously, the Panthers did win the regular season matchup, but the playoffs is different for sure.
Hmm. Ian, you want to go?
Yeah. The only reason I'll have a little bit closer game than you guys do is can see like another regular season game happening, just like a lucky pullout win for the Panthers and Bryce Young. But I mean, they kind of go back and forth between wins and losses throughout their season, and I mean, really, they're due for a win. So, I mean, it could like just luck, but really, I don't really see any win happening there. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, Ben knows this, but as much as I love Bryce Young, he's my second favorite quarterback right now. I don't see the Rams losing this one. I feel like Matthew Stafford definitely is gonna have like a chip on his shoulder, especially the last stretch of games he's been playing. And I think this game will definitely be more of like a bye week in my opinion for the Rams. If it's not, I think the Rams are kind of screwed for a Super Bowl push.
Well, I mean, if it's not a bye week, then they probably lost. Because I think if this game's close, the Panthers at home have a chance, but I just don't think it's close at all. So I don't think the
Yeah,
Panthers really have a chance.
yeah.
Let's move on here to our. Oh, we're back.
Correct.
Let's go to the AFC divisional round. The first through fourth reseed. Obviously, the Broncos are the bias that have a bye week as the number one seed, and then Donnie, you got the Steelers as the four reseed, and then me and Ayden with the Bills. But what do you think might go down in the Broncos Steelers, Donnie?
Uh, at least for the Broncos Steelers game, it's going to be the most like boring game in my opinion. I've watched Bo Nix a lot this season. He's been really uninspiring in my opinion, and I just feel like the Steelers' steam might just probably run out after that Houston win. I could be wrong though, but I'd be happy enough if we just got one win. I wouldn't really be mad if we lost that.
Well, when you haven't won a playoff game in 8 years, I would argue, yeah, I would take one, especially when you're not going to beat the Texans anyway. But yeah, for me, I just think that the Bills' offense is better than the Broncos' defense in the playoffs. Broncos' defense regular season, they've shown they're better. But with that being said, I think Josh Allen can reach a different level, and I think that they are able to pull a high scoring one. What do you think, Aiden? Though?
um, I have this game like low scoring. Like I don't really like the Broncos that much, but I don't think the Bills like. I don't know. I feel like they can't go too far, and especially at an away game, in Denver. I feel like the weather could get to them, like the conditions. But I have this like as a close game because I also could see the Bills just like crushing them just based off like the run game and like their offense. But I don't know. I'm just giving it to the Broncos. I feel like it could go either way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
I don't know. I
sure.
just feel like, in my opinion, the AFC is just not too competitive. No one
Yeah,
really scares me a lot too much. I mean, I
yeah,
could argue the Texans, but they're playing the Steelers, so I can't pick the Texans. But if the Steelers and Texans weren't playing, I'd definitely have Texans as my Super Bowl favorite.
Yeah, I mean, I went through 8 or 9 teams that I thought could have won. I mean, at the end of the day, like we'll get to it, but like it's just kind of which quarterback do I trust the most mixed with what defense do I trust most, and that's kind of where it comes down to. And in this game, I trust Josh Allen to win a game more than Bo Nix, obviously, and that's kind of the thought process. Donnie or Aiden, here's your Steelers matchup. Not going to the Super Bowl. They're going to fall to the Patriots by 2 touchdowns. I have the Texans over the Patriots, and then Donnie, you got the Patriots over the Jags. Aiden, do you want to
Mhm.
start this time?
yeah. I see this as a game where Chris Boswell just kicks 4 field goals, and that's all the Steelers offense can do. Um, and then, I mean, even though they did win in the regular season against the Patriots, I don't think it will happen again.
Yeah, that
Just
was
at
that was
an
lucky.
away game in New England, Drake May, after winning in the wild card, he's gonna have that confidence, and he's gonna unfortunately take down the Steelers.
Yeah, I think the Patriots beginning of the season is a lot of a different caliber team than
Yeah.
the end of the season. Because keep in mind the Patriots lost to the Raiders week one, which doesn't say a lot now. Um, but yeah, I completely agree with Aiden if this ever did happen.
Mhm.
Ben, you wanna go through your
Yeah.
pick?
I mean, I've been on record saying I don't like Drake May, mostly just because people say he's better than Jaden Daniels, and I can't really deal with that at this moment in time. So I can't pick the Patriots to go that far. I don't really like Drake May. I don't really like the Patriots. But you know who I do like is the Texans. The best defense in the league. A very underrated offense, and I think they're capable of going into hostile environments and winning tough games for sure.
Yeah. I mean, my game, I think this is probably candidate for game of the year. I think this is going to be an absolute cinema game. It's going to go back and forth. I mean, if I would, I would pay money just to watch that Jags versus Patriots. This is going to be such a good game. I don't know. I just think it'd be a really close shootout, and I'd be excited if I ever saw this.
Mm, enough said. Thank you, John.
Hmm.
Moving over to the NFC, obviously Seahawks are the 1 seed. Another team that I just can't pick to win due to my biases. So go Rams. I got them 30-20. Um, you guys both got the Seahawks over the 49ers, which if they were playing the 49ers, I would pick, but since I have the Eagles beating them, that's not happening. So yeah, I think the Rams are just set up in the playoffs better. Obviously Seahawks turnover issues has been a problem. And I think at some point that just has to catch up with you. You can't really go the whole season without, or I guess once, obviously, when they played the Rams early in the season. But I feel like they have kind of been able to escape it more games than not. But what do you guys think?
Yeah, Seahawks look pretty good. Not gonna lie. Not much more can be said. I feel like
They're
they have,
they're playing like the best team in the league, so
yeah, 49ers, it's gonna be over. I think Shanahan might be on the hot seat after that game.
Okay, no. Shanahan, Shanahan is a
that's
job for
that's a
life
stretch.
in San Francisco. I don't think there's a world unless
Uh,
like some off the field thing. I don't think there's a world that he gets fired. But
I don't know. Harbaugh just got fired, and he did okay.
for the Steelers,
So
yeah.
I mean, anything could happen.
Well, I don't like Brock Purdy.
What?
That's all I gotta say.
That's
Is there
crazy.
any
That's
reason
all I
why,
gotta
or
say. I
just
don't like
the?
Brock Purdy, so
I feel I he's a good story.
um, nah,
Yeah.
like
Just
yeah, he's cool story, but then I mean, cool story. Like he's surrounded with so many weapons, and then
okay.
Like, come on.
Shanahan.
Yeah, I mean that's true. He's kind of people. Yeah, people definitely think he's a system QB.
Yeah.
Yeah.
System quarterback. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather have Tyler
I don't
Shuck
know.
than him anyway. So, but yeah, we can debate on that
Just
another
don't
time.
All right.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, there you go. Well, you guys both have the Rams beating the Bears, and then yeah, we kind of already touched on this, but we don't really believe. None of us really believe in the Bears going
Mm-hmm.
far in the playoffs. But do you guys want to touch on the Rams real quick?
Mm,
Matthew
no.
Stafford.
Yeah, that's all I have to say. Matthew Stafford.
Yeah,
He's
I think
Two
we.
he's
words.
a front runner for the MVP up there with Drake May. So
Mm-hmm.
he can overpower Caleb Williams, and yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
pretty much all I gotta say
Mhm.
about that one.
Yeah, for me, I just think the Eagles are better run and kind of just better talent wise than the Bears, and I just can't have the Bears going to the NFC Championship. I don't think that's gonna happen. But yeah, speaking of championships, game or AFC Championship and NFC Championship, let's move on to those. You guys have the same matchup and the same winner. I have a completely different matchup and a completely different winner. Does one of you guys want to touch on Patriots the Super Bowl? Why you think that?
Aiden, you want to go first?
Yeah. I don't like. I feel like kind of like my the divisional round pick with the Broncos. I don't feel like Bo Nix. I have the score as a shootout, but I don't feel like Bo Nix can really lead his team to a Super Bowl. And though I see the Patriots are a little fraudulent, I like the better quarterback. I'm choosing the better quarterback in this situation, and I'm
Yeah.
I'm having Drake May
Mm-hmm.
go to the Super Bowl here.
I have same pick, but I have a lower scoring game. I actually think Drake May is going to struggle this game. I think this is going to be a game where he has like 130, 150 yards passing, 2 interceptions, 0 touchdowns. I think this is solely going to rely on Travion Henderson and Ramondre Stevenson. We've seen the last few weeks they've been a pretty good running back duo. They've been complementing each other pretty well, and I just think that that's solely what's going to carry the Patriots in this AFC Championship game. But yeah, I just don't see. I just don't like the feeling of thinking that Bo Nix is going to go to the Super Bowl this year. I just don't like thinking about that.
Yeah. For me, the Texans and Bills played earlier in the year, and the Texans were actually like able to kind of keep Josh Allen at bay. So I think there's not a lot of teams that can really do that, but I think the Texans are one of those teams, and especially if they're going to be at home in this game, I kind of have to have the Bills run ending here.
Hmm. Yeah.
Moving over to the NFC side here. There. Um, we all have the Rams and then two Seahawks, one Eagles. Aiden as the lone Seahawks pick. Do you believe in Sam
Hmm.
Darnold, or is it just more that you kind of believe in the defense?
Definitely the defense. Sam Darnold turnover problem, like you mentioned last round in the divisional, which is your reason for their loss. But I see that, but I think the defense can carry them, and I see a similar game as that overtime win in Seattle. And it's in Seattle again. I mean, people have said that Seattle does have the best fan base and the best stadium to play at, so I feel like that home field advantage is really going to help them.
I
That's
don't know
quite
about that
right.
one.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not even gonna
It's
say that.
definitely not the Commanders. I know that.
Whoa,
I don't think
whoa,
the Packers
whoa.
not the Commanders.
You know,
I think Steelers
I
are
was
up
never
there.
gonna defend that, but um, I would say the Bills are better than the Seahawks. But yeah,
All right.
I
no,
was just saying
uh,
one of the best. They have one of the best. People say sometimes almost the best.
one
Yeah.
of the worst. I would argue. I just don't like their fans. But
Yeah, one of
yeah,
the most annoying
they're
in
kind
my
of
opinion.
obnoxious. But
Yeah.
that's why I
Okay,
prefer the
so you
Rams.
guys just okay.
Dottie, do you have kind of another high scoring game? You just think the Rams kind of come out this time?
Yeah, I actually thought that the Rams should have won that game. Everyone knows that Thursday night game. I think the Rams just poorly managed the end of the game. I think they should have won. They were in control, and I just think the Seahawks kind of got lucky too. I definitely see Matthew Stafford this game having definitely a chip on his shoulder, wanting to get that revenge game. And I think this is the end of the Seahawks. I think Seahawks fans have been getting it a little bit too good this season. They got to come back to reality, just like Ben. Ben went to the NFC Championship last season. It's got to come back to reality. I think it's time just to end the run and just be happy of how far you've come. I think the
I kind of
Rams.
hope the Seahawks turn into the Commanders, where next year they can go 5-12. That would be a dream. But yeah, I have the Eagle. I don't think the Eagles can win a championship this year. The Rams are just the better team. So yeah.
I mean, I would never wish a team to become the Commanders. I feel like that's pretty harsh
The only
punishment.
teams I could wish would become the Commanders are the Eagles and the Seahawks. So
That's a pretty harsh
good thing.
punishment.
Yep. Yeah, yep. There's always next year. But this is the Super Bowl pick time. Ayden, we will start with you here. You got the Patriots in maybe a game of all time if that would be the score. But what do you think here?
I'm just throwing it up there, just wanting a good Super Bowl for my guess. But I'm seeing a Super Bowl 49 rematch in a similar way ending. Maybe not an interception at the goal line, but a close game with the Patriots winning.
Maybe a fumble at the goal line by Zach Charbonnet.
Imagine if the new Malcolm
And
Butler is like,
and now they say they should have gave it to Kenneth Walker.
Yeah. That would be funny.
imagine, yeah, interception by Carlton Davis, and then
Or they say they should have
King.
given it to JSN instead.
Yeah, or they should have given it to
JSN.
JSN. They should have passed the ball.
That would be funny. Yeah, for me, I have the two MVP frontrunner candidates.
That's a good game.
That would be a good game. I think whoever wins MVP will come out victorious, in my opinion, in this matchup. I think, in my opinion, Matthew Stafford should be winning the MVP. I mean, as much as I love Drake May, I don't see any way statistically, and if you just look at the schedule, how Drake May can win the MVP. And I just think that, yeah, Matthew Stafford, I would like to see him win another ring. I think he could solidify himself as definitely one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, like in history. And I think just doing that, winning the Super Bowl would definitely solidify that.
Where is the Super Bowl this year? Is it in
San
not in
Francisco.
Atlanta? That's
San
right.
Francisco.
So that's, I guess, advantage LA. But yeah, for mine, I just think the Texans defense.
Wait, it is in LA?
Yeah,
No,
it's in San Francisco.
Levi, yeah,
But
San
California.
Francisco.
But yeah, I just like the Texans defense a lot. I don't have any confidence in picking any of these teams to win. There's not like that team that I really like outside the Rams, but at the end of the day, I just think the Texans defense is so good that they can kind of carry a decent lackluster offense.
Yeah.
And CJ Stroud gets his first ring.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just feel like if the Texans ever won, I don't know who on that team would win Super Bowl MVP. Like I could never imagine.
Will Anderson's the top 3 D lineman this year, so
That is true. I could see Will Anderson. I could see Derek Stingley, but I just don't think I could ever see CJ Stroud holding a Super Bowl MVP.
Nick Chubb wins it right there.
Oh, that would be
That would be a
That would be-
prediction.
what if
That would be awesome.
what if
Woody
like
Marks
Braxton
wins it.
Berrios?
Imagine if Woody Marks won it. That would be crazy.
Braxton Berrios plays on
Right?
the
He's like could have like some punt return.
That'd be crazy.
Jets legend. That is
Well,
that
unfortunately,
is-
they're losing first round, but
That is true.
if they get past the Steelers, who would probably would be my second favorite. I think that the Texans can probably win this. But yeah, that is all we have. Any other hot takes you guys have that you just want to, say in the air before they become true?
Steelers will win the Super Bowl. I think Steelers will win the Super Bowl. That's deep down. These predictions, they don't mean a lot. I think Steelers will win the Super Bowl. I think Aaron Rodgers, I think it's going to be Steelers versus Packers Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers is going to get his ring.
I've seen
And it's
that.
going to be the legacy Super Bowl of a lifetime. That's my secret prediction that I have that I haven't publicly announced until today.
Wow. Well, thanks for
That
sharing.
would
Ronnie.
be insane.
That would be. Will it happen? No. With that being said,
It's a
would be.
possibility. There is a possibility. It's not zero. Chances aren't zero.
Do you
Sure.
have a 17-16 game in the
Oh,
college football
I'll call
playoffs
it
right
now.
now? Fourth
I'll
quarter.
call it now.
Ole Miss has the ball down one.
Give me Indiana over Ole Miss in the championship. Um, and
Bro,
added tidbit.
this is a semifinal. This is
added
crazy.
tidbit here. Kurt Signetti goes to the NFL. Can I say
Ooh.
next head coach of the Cleveland Browns is Kirk Signetti. Watch out.
Ooh, I don't like that.
I haven't heard
Dude.
anyone bring it up, but like he's
I just
He's
hate
never-
Carson Beck. Like, why is this guy good at football, bro?
been good. I mean, at some point you gotta admit that he's a good quarterback.
Well-
Future Super Bowl champ. He'll be like the Kenny Pickett. But yeah, that's all we have for this episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning
Kenny
in.
Pickett.
Kenny Pickett,
Yep.
as
All right.
many rings as the Seahawks.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me. This was fun.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
anytime.
Anytime.
Hopefully we all get these predictions right, even though I would argue the Steelers-Texans one probably won't be right. But, good luck to both of you guys. And then
Yep.
may the best man win. May the Texans win.
Mhm.
But don't forget to subscribe, follow us on socials.
Mhm.
Until next
Well,
time.
I like how y'all had different Super Bowl picks. That's what I think.
That is
Yeah,
fun.
I think
Well,
that's
actually, I will be
that's what I
honest.
like.
I had the Rams, and then I saw Dhani pick the Rams, and I was like, I don't want to pick the Rams. And then I had the Broncos, and then I had the Broncos, and then I was like, I don't like Bo Nix enough to win a Super Bowl, and then I went Texans. So.
Nick
just had to be that guy.
Yep,
Oh, and then I
yep,
had
yep.
Jaguars. I had Jaguars, and then I switched to Texans yesterday. So, kind of went between 4 teams, but who knows?
All right. Well,
Thanks for tuning in. See you guys
Yes.
next time.
see ya.